Hi guys, Dr. Mel. We're busy with the types of reaction and we are busy with acid and bases. And as you've seen in the previous lessons, they come in pairs. You've got an acid and you combine it with a base and they form pairs. Now, the first thing is that we have to remind ourselves what's the definition. Remember, Arrhenius started and said all the acids will have a H plus, a hydrogen that they will donate. And he said that will be the definition until they got to water and they saw that's not the case. So then Lowry and Bronsted years later then refined the definition to say all the acids will be proton donors. And in a previous lesson, we did explain to you why can we say an H plus is a proton? Because it gave away its only electron. So it's only the proton remaining. So it's the transfer of protons. And in the case of an acid, it will donate the hydrogen. The definition of bases was easy when Arrhenius only worked with these two bases, and he said all the bases will have an OH to donate. Now you can see the relevance. If I have an acid there with an H plus, I can then form water. And that didn't last long because Lowry and Bronsted says, so where is this H going? And they refined the definition to say a Lowry and Bronsted base will be a proton or a hydrogen acceptor. So that we are going to use now to form the pairs. So let's just have a look again. Remember, the acids will all have an hydrogen, and remember, we've got the non-metals bound to each other. The hydrogen with all these others, all of them covalent bonds. When we have the protons, the proton will be transferred. This is the proton to the chloride, the nitrate, the sulfate. So you will actually take that bond there and it will donate. And can you see you left with those ions now? Sulfate, carbonate, and acetate. So a proton being transferred is an acid, and that's the remaining definition that we are going to use. So what's happening here? I've got water, and you see we've done the one in green and another water in yellow. And can you see what's forming here? That is OH. So what happened here is that this green water donated the proton or the hydronium. There it was picked up in the yellow one, and you can see there it's H3O plus. So the green H2O, can you see that green there? That was the acid. So that is the acid. Its conjugate base, that's also green here, is OH minus. Now it's a base because remember what a base will do. It will, when it goes that way, it will actually accept a hydrogen. But let's not go that way now. Let's just take this away. For now, you can see the pair is this water gave away the hydrogen, so it's an acid, and what remained was the OH minus. It is the remaining part of the acid. Let's have a look at the base. Can you see I've got here H2O accepting that H plus. So the H2O, the yellow one, is the base, and the conjugate acid is then the H3O plus because it's now what it becomes. Let's have a look at another definition. If I've got the HCl as we had just now, the conjugate base definition will be the ion that remains when the acid has lost its proton. So the ion that remain is the H plus is given away, so Cl minus will remain. That will be the conjugate base. Remember what it can do. This conjugate base can accept a hydrogen to form another hydrochloric acid. Can you see why it's a base? let's have a look at the conjugate acid. So, if I've got a base, NH3, and it accepts a hydrogen, because that's what a base does, it now forms NH4+, and that is the conjugate acid. Let's have a look at the definition. The conjugate acid is the ion that remaining when the base has gained a proton. That's being formed after it gained the proton. You need to be able to write down the conjugate acid and base pairs. So let's have a look at this column. I've got the acid here. You know now it will donate the H+. What will remain? The Cl-. That will be the conjugate base, the part that remains. Can you see? I'll have the acid donating the proton or the hydrogen. I've got the nitrate as the conjugate base. Here I can donate either one and then form this as the conjugate base, or you can donate both of the H pluses and form that conjugate base. I've got sulfuric acid exactly the same. It can donate firstly one, and that will be the conjugate base, or it can donate both of the hydrogens to form that conjugate base. And then finally, we've got our ethanoic acid. It will donate the H+, the acid, and the conjugate base will be the acetate ion. So this is an ion, remember, an ion, and in the case of a base, it will always be negative because I've got the positive hydronium that forms, or the proton that's being donated. Let's have a look at a base. A base will do what? It will accept the hydrogen. So if it accepts the hydrogen, this will be the conjugate acid forming. It will accept the hydrogen. This will be the conjugate acid. It can again give away that hydrogen that it took. If it's water accepting a hydrogen or proton, it's H3O+. That's the conjugate acid. And in the case of hydrogen carbonate, accepting one proton, giving me that carbonic acid. Can you see? This is an acid. All of them can again donate that H+. So they are the conjugate acids of bases. Guys, please bear in mind that you have to be able to firstly write down the conjugate acid of the base, but you always also need to be able to identify the one aspect. If I wrote this down, what is the difference here between the pair? Can you see there? It's an H+. And you can check every conjugate base pair. It's usually exactly the same difference, so you should be able to balance them. A question is asked to you. They're giving me HCl plus water, and the question will be, give the conjugate acid-base pairs. So let's go and identify firstly our acid. You know that this H plus will be donated, so HCl will be the acid. What will it form? It will form Cl minus, so that will be the conjugate base. That's my first pair. The second question is, if this is accepting that H+, this is the base, it now becomes that, so this is the conjugate acid. So that's the pair. The first pair is that one, and the other pair, let me do it in a blue, will be that and that. This is the acid, and that's the conjugate base. This is the base, and that's the conjugate acid. Let's do another pair. I've got NH3, can you see there? It will accept the hydrogen there. So if it accepts the hydrogen, it is a base. That's the definition we have. It becomes NH4 plus, that's the conjugate acid. And what happens with the water? It is donating the H plus, so it is the acid, and it becomes OH minus, so that's the conjugate base. You have to be able to identify the pairs. So I've got that base with that acid, and I've got this acid with that base. That's the questions that will be asked either in a multiple choice where you'll have to choose the correct one, or even in a longer question where you've got to do that. Guys, you can't do this if you don't know the definitions. You need to know what Lowry and Bronsted and Arrhenius said and be able to define them. And then finally, in this specific lesson, we said, let's identify the conjugate acid and base pairs. The acid and the base, the acid forming a conjugate base, and the base forming a conjugate acid. It's not that difficult. Just bear in mind, in all cases, the difference will be an H plus. So have a look at that, enjoy, practice it on a piece of paper, do a few exercises so that you can get all your marks. Bye.